Okay, so how to give your pattern a bunch of polka dots. It's actually pretty easy. Illustrator has a bunch of patterns already in the library, which is neat. Of course, in Illustrator, you can always draw your own pattern as well. But in this case, because it's such a basic graphic, you can just pull out what Illustrator has. So you'll want to open up your swatches if they're not already open. There we are. Okay, and then if you look over here in the little sandwich thing, you have lots of choices. You want to open up a swatch library. Okay, so these are really mostly just color libraries, but there is one that's patterns. And here we go. We've got some basic graphics. You've got some decorative stuff. You even have nature, just like animal skins. But in our case, we want dots. So they have just a bunch of polka dots. So I think what I want to do is maybe I'll just draw a square, just kind of look at this guy. And, okay, so just, I don't know, pick the one you think is good. I'm kind of going in the middle. Oh, it didn't work. Anyone know why? Because my stroke was on top. So I'm going to make my stroke be a black line again. Slowly but surely. There we are. And then I'm going to click my fill so that my fill's on top. And then because you click it one time from this library, it automatically copied it to your swatch library. So if you were to save this file, that artwork would now be in your swatch library. So if you open up this file again, you would have access to it. It also makes your file a little bit larger. So it's kind of good to learn about that. Okay, I think for spacing, I do like this. I'm okay with this, but the dots are way too small. So how do I make them bigger? My trick is you hit the letter S, which brings your scale tool. But if I click and drag my scale tool, it brings open the entire shape. You should know also if you hold shift, it keeps it proportional. Okay, well, I don't want this shape. I don't want the square to get bigger. I want just the pattern. So if that's the case, make sure you're on S. And then as you click and drag, you want to hold that little tilde. Mine's kind of by the number 1. It's up high. It's like a little squiggle line. And then that way you can visually like scale it to where you want. I think that's okay. And again, I was holding shift. And this takes practice because you have to first kind of click and drag with your mouse, then hold tilde, then hold shift, keep holding tilde and shift, let go of the mouse first, then let go of the keyboard. If you don't do in that order, it's going to get messed up. So it's awkward until you get a little practice, and then you'll love it because it is nice to be able to control it real quick. Okay, so now the only problem is like this is just black polka dots on a clear background. I actually need these punched out, so I'll show you guys how to do that in the next video.